Okay, hello, my name's Mariah. This is my daughter, Everly. Come here, Hurricane. If you can see her, this is my dog, Hurricane. And, okay, you can go away now. And I'm going to be doing a Q&A about me and Everly, I guess. So, sorry, some technical difficulties. The first question is it hard being a teen mom and balancing work and school? So, when I found out I was pregnant, it was before, it's a couple days after my junior year started, and I guess I just went through school like normal school, and I didn't really worry about anything for a while. And then when I got to like the point of where I ended up having my daughter, it was kind of difficult to like deal with school, since we had just like started the whole distance learning stuff when I had her. And then I worked all the time, and then after I worked 40-hour weeks all summer, and then after school started again, my sister pretty much would have her sometimes for like a whole day at a time, but only like once or twice a week it was like that. And then I also just went to but I ended up moving over to the ALC from the high school in January last year, or well, this year, but at the beginning of the year in January. And then I'm at the ALC now, and I only went to the high school for like a month and a half, 2 months this year for my senior year. And I genuinely threw a fit, and I was not gonna go back to the high school. There was people that switched to the high school that I couldn't be around, and I decided I was gonna make it so I didn't have to be there. Okay, next question. Were you scared to tell your parents? Well, to a point, yes. Hi. Yes, it's okay. It's okay. To a point I was, because when I was 12, my mom told me and my 2 older siblings that if we ever got pregnant as teenagers, that she was going to kick us out. But that obviously didn't happen. But I walked from one side of town all the way to the other side of town to go tell my mom that I was pregnant within like a 3-hour span of finding out myself. Next one. How did you lose baby weight? So, I'm not gonna lie, I got very unhealthy eating habits, and I've lost 52 pounds, which is 11 more pounds than what I gained while I was pregnant. But I'm just saying that like I have unhealthy eating habits, not that like I don't eat or whatever, but they're just unhealthy. Excuse me. Was your family supportive? Yes, my family was supportive, but I think they could have always been more supportive, or supportive in a different way, because they made my pregnancy pretty traumatizing at the same time, because I wasn't allowed to be with any of my friends. Like, my family refused to let me be with any of my friends, and I was really never allowed to leave my house. Even before I got pregnant, I was technically never allowed to leave my house. So, yeah, I was... Next question. How did you handle all the hate and judgment? So, the only rumor I heard while I was pregnant was some kid asking me who the dad was because they had heard that it was like a girl or whatever. And I explained to him that it most definitely was not my uncle. My uncle is like 30 years old and still a virgin, but he's got his first girlfriend, so yeah. And that was the only rumor I ever heard, but I was very disgusted. Like, that shit's gross. Would you like to be a teen mom on a TV show? You know, actually about that question is I filled out the application to be on the TV show called Unexpected, and I got all the way down to the very last phone interview before my mom said no, because my little sisters technically can't keep my house clean. And it's not both of my little sisters, it's more so my 7-year-old sister. But because of that, I didn't get to be on the TV show, even though I got the interview and everything. What was the hardest transition from having a baby? To be honest, having somebody else depend on me. Like, I could barely depend on myself, and I could barely take care of myself. I mean, it's gotten way better, but yeah, it was having somebody that depended it. Yeah. What's your favorite thing about being a mom? When she's happy and giggly and just wants to play all the time. And she's always a happy, giggly baby that always wants to play all the time. She rarely ever cries unless she poops herself, or she's hungry, or she's tired, or she got hurt. What kept you strong mentally throughout your pregnancy? Actually, this boy named Riley that I grew up with, he had been my friend since the time I was 5 years old. He's the only person that ever made me feel like I mattered to somebody, like I was important to somebody. And I mean, we're no longer friends right now because some stuff that happened over the summer. Some feelings that were expressed ruined our friendship. And to be honest, I absolutely hate saliva. Like, I can't do saliva, and she just spit all over me. Do you want more kids? Actually, I'm not really sure, because I mean, I might have like 1 or 2 more, but I'm genuinely like scared to be pregnant again. And I did end up miscarrying this last September, and then I took a pregnancy test today to make sure I wasn't pregnant, because my period is late per se, but I have an irregular period, so it's like wonky, and I was just making sure I wasn't pregnant because it was weird. Do your parents help out with Everly? Yes, my mom buys her diapers and her wipes if she needs it, because I currently don't have a job right now. And yeah, my mom buys the things that I need if I need them, but otherwise, yeah, my mom helps out pretty well. My dad, he's in prison, so he doesn't really help out that much, or at all. Here's the next question. Were you scared when you got a C-section? No, and I did have to have an emergency C-section at 9 centimeters dilated because she wasn't coming down anymore. And I wasn't scared because like the whole month before I actually had her, I sat there and I like repeated to myself every day. I was like, whatever happens, happens. Whatever happens, happens. So I like had that mindset, so I wasn't scared of what was gonna happen, and I wasn't scared of needing a C-section or not. And honestly, I'm kind of glad that I had a C-section, but at the same time, I hate it because like all of my insides and everything is all messed up. And she'll be 10 months old on Sunday, I believe. What other names did you have in mind? Honestly, when I first found out I was having a girl, ouch. When I found out I was having a girl, I wanted to name her Maya Blaine, but my mom said no because my nickname is Maya and we're not. And she was like, well, we won't be able to call you that anymore. I was like, not necessarily because you guys don't really call me that anyway. But my mom ended up naming Everly first, middle, and last name. She does have my last name, but that's not the point. What would you have named Everly if she was a boy? Actually, I didn't have any boy names picked out because I genuinely had my mind set on not wanting a boy, so I told myself that I wasn't going to have a boy. Sure enough, I had a girl, but yeah, I didn't have any boy names picked out. I mean, I kind of like the name Ethan, and I obviously like the name Riley, but yeah, I didn't have any boy names picked out, and I mean, now I have a boy name picked out if I have a boy, but I don't know. I think I have two boy names picked out now if I were to have a boy, but when I got pregnant with Everly, boy names were not on my list, and boy names were not in my head, and boy names were not a thing that I wanted to deal with. So, yeah, that is my Q&A for now about being a teen mom. I'll probably do a Q&A about my autism or my service dog or my disabilities or whatever another time. Just let me know down in the comments if that's what you would like to see. And yeah, I think I'm gonna get Everly fed and then get her headed to bed here shortly because it's almost 7 and her bedtime's around 8. So thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it.